finally, the mainstream media did a little bit of their job to show how big of a risk the Chinese EVs are to manufacturing and security. They called out the government specifically in this clip.
World, there are concerns about who controls EV technology as Canada's market expands.
These cars, which are now more software than they are engines, can be remotely crippled, and they can be used to spy on you.
Canada is allowing 49,000 Chinese EVs into the country.
I say let him in. I mean, at this point, it's obvious to me that liberals haven't felt enough pain from this government to change. And I think 50,000 spy vehicles is a small price to pay because I don't see them as much as a national security threat as a lot of people would like me to, especially in comparison to other things. I mean, who's going to be spied on exactly? Soccer moms dropping their kids off to practice? And if you're dumb enough to still buy these vehicles when you know that they gather information like biometrics, geolocation, driving behaviors, voice commands, and smartphone data, then you're just asking for it. We've told people that these cars are susceptible to hacking and can be remotely controlled, including important functions like braking, acceleration, and steering. So if you buy these cars, then what happens next is on you. If your car can't brake because it got hacked by a hacker, that's on you. And by the way, no one should buy any electric vehicle in the first place. And if you do, you should only do it if you still own a gas vehicle, because all EVs can be controlled to a certain degree remotely. Matter of fact, the number one reason why they call these spy cars isn't because they collect all this data. All of them do. All EVs do that. It's because the Chinese government can pressure businesses to give the data to the government, which, by the way, our own government is trying to do the same thing with Bill C-8. It would allow Canadian government to force companies to give them sensitive information on their customers. I mean, if you really want to talk about national security threats, CSIS's director already warned Canadians that TikTok can spy on you and relay your information to the Chinese government. And despite that, they still have 12.9 million active users. Sounds like way more of a national security threat to me. I mean, if you want to talk about national security threat, EVs can't vote or interfere in elections, but people can. And we already know the Chinese Communist Party uses coercion to manipulate Chinese immigrants into doing their bidding. Matter of fact, the reason why we know this is because a former overseas Chinese Affairs Office employee who attempted to immigrate to Canada told us that. So if you ask me, Chinese immigration is more of a security threat than these cars. I haven't seen anyone saying that we should ban Chinese immigrants from entering the country because they're susceptible to coercion. China is literally sending Chinese spies into our country using our immigration system. I'm not worried about a car.